Hello, and welcome to another episode of Give It a Year, my podcast diary. My name is Jenny Q, and I am an artist and author, a Canadian sister, a neighbor, all sorts of things, and a podcaster now, I suppose. I want to welcome you and let you know that in my description I have four podcast promises I like to keep every week. So you can visit those down there. But today specifically, in today's episode called What Do I Think? I really am going to work on keeping things positive. And today I'm going to keep it short. Because normally I don't tell you when I record, but it is 11 o'clock at night. I've had a very full day. And it is time for me to go to bed soon. So, go in the description, read the promises, and know that today is a share and some thoughts on the idea of thinking and belief. Belief isn't in the title, but it's part of it, right? So, welcome. Welcome to episode 28 called What Do I Think? So let's get into this, shall we? Oh my gosh, there's so much I could talk about. There's so many people who teach and share and the mind and how it works and thinking, Napoleon Hill and Maltz, I think is his name, psycho-cybernetics. I always get his name wrong. Maltz, I think is his name. Oh, I'm so tired. The Four Agreements, another great book. There's all sorts of amazing people who know about the mind and who educate about the mind. And Napoleon Hill is probably one of the most oh my gosh, my words. One of the biggest authorities on the mind because he spent 25 years writing a book and studying and meeting with people who had great minds and great control over their minds and those things. So, on the flip side of that, I also have a lot of personal experience with people in my life, including myself, who struggle with mental health challenges. Some people in my life struggle with bipolar. I've had lots of people in my life struggle with OCD, depression, anxiety, grief, a lot of heavy things, addiction, all of those things. And I've seen those and witnessed those things firsthand or experienced them myself. I personally struggle with anxiety and depression. And I have been studying different things and trying to figure out how to get ahead, how to think good things, whatever. And what I want to basically share and put into tonight's episode is no matter what you study, who you study, where you go, it always comes down to what you think. And then, you could even go down to studying the Stoics like Marcus Aurelius, right? It comes down to what you think. What you experience in your life is about what you think. And your thoughts come from beliefs. And where do your beliefs come from? Your beliefs come from experience and external influences, such as other people, teachers, newspapers, internet, billboards, advertising, movies, shows, books, all sorts of things, right? So, it's all the different things you're taught. But ultimately, it comes down to what you think. And because I want to keep this short, I'm not going to substantiate a whole bunch of stuff. I'm just going to ramble a bit about my experiences and where I am today. And today I had a counseling session, and it was interesting because we were talking about courage and definitions of things like courage and perception, like the idea of how you perceive things, because some things I've done, including walking away from a marriage that was not healthy, my counselor explained to me that was courageous. And I said it wasn't courageous. He didn't want me. He didn't want the marriage, right? Not that I was fighting for it either, but she says, but people could stay and you chose to leave. And that's courage. And I sort of have been spinning on that and thinking on that. And I think it's the inspiration for, what I wanted to share tonight. And it's the idea that, like Henry Ford says, and that's the quote on my poster that I put, whether you think you can or you can't, you're right. Because your mind is very powerful and it will find reasons or explanations as to why you believe what you believe. And I'm no different. And so what I've been doing over the last several years is I've been reading books, and Napoleon Hill has this thing that he teaches you, and he says you have to have one chief aim or one thought that you have to keep in the front of your mind. You have to create that reality. You have to create that experience. When you're not on guard with your mind, what happens is other things come in and they attack and they penetrate and they distort your thinking. And I think that's what's happened with me, definitely. And things that will distort your thinking are things that counselors and doctors have told me that I struggle with things like attachment trauma and catastrophizing and things like that, right? And so what that means is when I seek an explanation, it's to an extreme. It's to explain the negative beliefs I have with myself. And I'm not going to get into all of that, and I'm very tired tonight. I just wanted to throw it out there that the buck stops with you. And I'm going to talk to myself. The buck stops with me. So what am I going to leave this at? I'm just going to leave this by saying my whole episode is just basically my cover. My thumbnail that I created is, what do you think? If you're someone like me who struggles and worries, what you think could be not in line with who you are, which is what some other mentors have taught me. And when you're not in alignment, it evolves into worry, self-doubt, shame, all those unhappy things. So, apparently it's as easy as just changing your thoughts and what you think. And when I was talking with my counselor today, the fact that she was talking about me moving was courageous, but I was resistant to it. That's just proof to me that that is true. That the beliefs are what run you. I mean, I know this for a fact. I guess I'm just putting this podcast out here tonight with that message. So hopefully someone hears it, and they hear it from someone who's not polished, who's not a specific authority, but someone who's living it. And so I'm now going to wrap up because I like I said, I did not want tonight to be long. And I'm going to leave you with this week's question. And here we go. There we go. So what I want you to think about, and the question I want to leave you with today is, what do you believe? And in extension, what do you think? And it can be about anything. Pick one thing and explore this. And my one podcast promise is to keep things positive. And so my positive message or my positive insight with the heaviness of, you could potentially have heavy thoughts or not happy thoughts, or your beliefs can be very self-damaging, is that if what you believe creates your thoughts, then you can change what you believe. And then that will change your thinking. And apparently it's a lot easier than I think it is. It's just you have to find a way to make it happen. And there's lots of people out there who have different methods, and I'm going to try something that Napoleon Hill suggests, and I'll keep you posted on that. Anyway, I appreciate you if you've made it through tonight, if you followed kind of my train wreck of my ideas and thoughts tonight, speaking of thoughts. So I'm going to end off with what I do think matters and what I do think I have to offer is important in my philosophy. And if you listen to any of my episodes, you know where I'm going with this, and I'm going to finish off with this. I believe that if you do these 3 things, it can change your world, and by extension, other people's worlds, because it will bring you joy in your life if you do these 3 things. By sharing joy with other people, by sharing your smile, sharing your love, and sharing your laughter. And I keep telling you guys this, and I need to follow it myself. It really, I believe, it could be just that simple. Smile, love, laugh. Try it out. Let me know. Give me some feedback. I'll let you know. And I will be back next Tuesday. Have a great week, everyone.